paid by Emerson Mnangagwa to decampaign retired General Chiwenga, specifically with the intention of character assassinating retired General Chiwenga, has confirmed that indeed last night his house was burnt down. It remains unknown who exactly burnt down the house of Temba Mliswa, but you can tell it is connected with his activities over the last few days. I think I must say, when you hear this channel reporting, it should be taken seriously, because it would have cross-checked. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hloniphani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember the red or black subscribe button, so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, as Blessed Geza predicted, I think beforehand, that next time as they go ahead in this struggle or in this revolution, they will make sure that they play their cards on their chest. I must attest to you that a lot of cards are being played in the chest, especially of the retired General Chiwenga faction and the Emerson Mnangagwa. They see actually that this man, should not have actually misread or misunderstood. Get to see what is happening to Temba Mliswa. I must attest to you that it doesn't need rocket science to actually link what is happening to Temba Mliswa with the utterances that he has uttered over the past few days, especially against the retired General Chiwenga. These are the consequences that actually has got to befell him. Now, commenting about 3 hours ago, Temba Mliswa, he said, "I have always known that corruption fights back, and I'm prepared for everything." I think he is just trying to be a very brave man for nothing. If Temba Mliswa was a brave man, as he claims to be, he should be in Zimbabwe at the moment. He sneaked to Durban. I understand he is also making his way to Durban, because the situation in Zimbabwe is not as simple as he actually thought it would be. And he says, last night they sneaked. They did not sneak, Temba, and burnt my house in Shuruki, all because I asked for accountability and transparency. So Temba Mliswa already, because he has been asking for this accountability and transparency, he is already pointing fingers at retired General Chiwenga. He is already actually knitting, or he is already linking his house that was burnt down with retired General Chiwenga, with his fight for corruption and transparency, as he actually put it. But remember, this is his narrative. In fact, to properly characterize what is happening on Temba Mliswa, it can be linked by deciding to enter the ZANU-PF terrain and choosing a faction within ZANU-PF. I already predicted that it was bound to backfire, particularly on the part of Temba Mliswa. So he says, thank God no one was hurt. Mapisa Nyatsonia. So he simply says there is no one that was hurt. It's good to note that there were no casualties, especially of innocent individuals. I think people who should actually be targeted are the people who are involved in the conflict, not innocent civilians in the process, as we have seen, leading to the conference of Bulawayo, whereby just an innocent security officer was life was claimed in the process because of the infightings in ZANU-PF. Now, confirmation of the burning down of the house of Temba Mliswa, it may not be viewed as an isolated incident. This goes to underscore. Remember yesterday, as I was doing live recordings, and as I keep on doing these live recordings, I keep on saying, maybe as we are speaking now, something is already happening. Of course, we heard the likes of Tugwarara saying, I mean, there is no linkage between his actually business premises burning down and ZANU-PF factionalism. They will live in isolation until, I mean, there is no more reason for them to actually live in self-denial of what is happening in Zimbabwe at the moment. The other faction is talking a lot. The other faction doesn't talk too much. All it does is make moves when necessary to make a statement that we are in control. I'm telling you, if the other faction was weak with what has just transpired over the last few days within the Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa camp, we should have seen some form of one arrest or two, but no one is being arrested. Of course, people are saying Mnangagwa is playing with the issue of this fellow who is a minister. It must be Kazembe. But I am saying, as much as the other faction may not take accountability of that, something is happening in Zimbabwe as we are speaking. And they are showing Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, as well as those who are twerking for him, that you are reachable. These are signs of the greater things to come, maybe over the next few days. They are showing them that we are watching you, we are equally capable. Of course, they cannot say it's us who are doing those things. But I must say, if it were just mere criminals who are actually carrying out these interventions, they should have been arrested long time ago. I think I've always underscored the power and the tactical ability, especially of the Zimbabwe security apparatus. It's easy to get hold of criminals because in all roads in Zimbabwe linking major cities, major towns, there are roadblocks. So if you commit a crime within a space of 30 minutes, you would have been caught. It's a matter of actually, calling you out on their radios, identify, who you are, and within a short space of time, they just get hold of you so quick and so fast. I'm speaking of experience. When it comes to mere criminals in Zimbabwe committing acts of crimes, I'm telling you, the Zimbabwe Republic Police is adequately equipped to actually easily get hold of you. That is why you would hear that someone killed someone without anyone seeing them, and then they just get hold of them so quick and so fast. So these criminalities that are taking place, burning down of houses, and you don't see any individual that is caught. The White City incident, you remember, bombing that took place, and there was caught and held accountable. Numerous, the petrol bombing of the office of Masimiremba leading to the Bulawayo conference. No one has been caught and actually faced trial in Zimbabwe. And this speaks to one thing. They know those who are fighting against each other, who exactly that, and they know that he may be untouchable. That is why they did not even bother to touch that person. Even the Zimbabwe Republic Police is aware, but they cannot act on such people because they understand the dire consequences of attempting to do so. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, guess what? You become the very first one to watch us. You financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Also, do remember to support my album, which is available on all digital platforms, and it is available also on this channel. You search for Hloniphani Ncube and the title of the album is Uthando Lwakhe. It has 8 tracks to enjoy with your loved ones. Let me love